There was just a horrific terror attack that took place in India in the Kashmir region, where Pakistani Islamist terrorists, who apparently had just recently met with Palestinian terrorists, came into a region that was a well-known tourist area filled with tourists, demanded to know people's religion, demanded to see people's IDs, checked their private parts to see whether or not they were circumcised, and when they decided that they weren't Muslim, then executed dozens of people, murdering husbands in front of their wives, slaughtering dozens of innocent people in a horrific, heinous act of Islamist terrorism. I obviously really want to focus on this horrible massacre that just took place in Kashmir, but I think it's also really important to point something else out, because I think understanding context is really important. For decades now, the indigenous Hindu communities of India, Bangladesh, and all over have been terrorized and slaughtered by Islamist terrorist organizations for not being Muslim. These indigenous Hindu communities not only face extreme violence and bigotry and oppression within their own lands, but also they experience a incredibly well-funded and well-organized and well-orchestrated disinformation and hate campaign against them by Islamists in the diaspora, similar, almost identical to what the Jewish community is experiencing. For example, I recently discovered that there is a nearly identical disinformation campaign on U.S. college campuses against Hindus that there is against Jews, claiming that Hindus are practicing pink washing and apartheid and genocide against Muslims and blah, 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 blah. The exact same nonsense, the exact same lies and propaganda that are often lobbed at Jews wrongly. It's time that we actually pay attention to this, because it's not just the Jewish community. It's not just the Hindu community. It's not just the Nigerian Christian community. It's not just the Alawites in Syria. All of the indigenous peoples of Asia, the Middle East, and Africa are all facing the same issues from the same people. The Kurds, the Yazidis, the Assyrians, the Arameans, the Copts, the Amazigh, Hindus, Jews, all of us are facing the same genocidal colonialist hatred and violence and terrorism at the hands of the same people. And we are also all facing disinformation and bigotry and propaganda campaigns aimed at discrediting our experiences as people in diaspora. So I want each and every single one of you to go look up what happened in Kashmir today. Every single one of you should know what happened today, because it is a warning to all of you, especially those of you in the West who are suicidally supporting these Islamist terrorist organizations. I want all of you who are affected by this horrible tragedy, this terror attack, this massacre that took place in Kashmir today, to know that we Jews see you and we stand with you and we will fight for you. Because it's clearer even more now than ever that we are all facing exactly the same issues and oppression and violence from exactly the same people, and we need to stand together. So to my Hindu brothers and sisters out there, especially those who are affected by this heinous atrocity, know that we are mourning with you, and we see you, and we are standing with you. And for those of you in the West who are suicidally, idiotically supporting these fascist, Islamist, terrorist organizations because you think it's woke or cool or interesting or whatever the fuck, wake up before it's too late, because it's not going to stop with us. They're coming for you too.